Now, just getting back to the G20 conference, what I find amusing, Rocco, is how many frequent flyer points these people are racking up. I mean, we've just finished COP27. The WEF was not long before that. Now we're at the G20. I mean, and Klaus Schwab seems to go to all of them. Do you think, our own elected representatives seem to get a lot of satisfaction about hobnobbing at these things. Are you convinced that our leaders need to attend all of these conferences?
Well, no, they don't. It's a simple answer. Look, the thing is, again, it seemed to be hobnobbing. You know, it's that power trip again, that sociopathic desire to ingratiate themselves with these powerful people. And the people there, like Schwab and all these others, Sunak, who we know isn't even elected yet, as Prime Minister, is there. If they didn't have double standards, they'd have no standards at all.
Yeah.
You mentioned how many frequent flight points they rack up, how many carbon emissions are they racking up? And so, let's face it, Bali's almost Australia. So if you're coming from Europe, think of the carbon emissions that they're spewing out.
Yeah.
But I have to mention here the governor of Alberta, the Premier of Alberta in Canada, who's said that she's going to waive all the COVID fines and all that, and also the new head of the Conservative Party in Canada, who said that he wants nothing to do with the World Economic Forum, and they're actually out there arguing these things, and guess what? They're up 10 points in the polls. So when you and that was the thing about a lot of world leaders, that they like being seen and recognised on the world stage, but when they do that domestically, they're tanking, and I think Jacinda Ardern's finding that out right now.
Yeah, I don't think they realise how stupid they look at these conferences, to be honest. They look detached and elite, which is not a good look for a democratically elected leader. But one of the things that keeps coming up in these conferences, Rocco, is the issue of digital IDs and central bank digital currencies. Both of these have enormous potential to limit our freedoms. Do you think our freedoms are a concern to the people who are proposing them?
Oh, not at all. Again, it's all about concentrating more power in the hands of few people. And I think if you look at the White House statement, or the leader statement on the White House website, if you search Agenda 2030, I'm sure it'll come up many, many times. The paragraphs of interest, as far as that are concerned, are paragraphs 23 and 24, where paragraph 23 talks about harnessing the technology used for vaccination passports to make seamless travel and communications and trade for people. And the next paragraph is about digital ID, paragraph 24, and how it fits in with Sustainable Development Goals, which basically means, this is an easier way for us to control people, control their movements, and indeed the World Economic Forum said that they've got the technology now to work out each one's carbon footprint. They make no bones about these things.
Yeah, it's all coming.
And the other thing too about crypto digital currencies is particularly it's a way of governments who are losing revenue bases to tax something, because you can't tax cash. Obviously, it's very hard to tax cash. And these multinationals obviously pay no tax because they've got their headquarters in the Virgin Islands or Bahamas or some other wonderful tax haven. So if we make everyone use digital currency, then we can tax it. Bingo! We've got a tax base erosion problem solved. So greater control over many aspects.
I'm sure that's how Klaus Schwab is selling it to the leaders at places like G20. Rocco Loiacono, thank you again so much for your time.
It's been great to be with you this year. Fred, have a wonderful Christmas to you and all your viewers. See you next year.